my channel. My name's Angela and this is Devon Thread Tales. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing another one of my 1 week me mades and it's going to be for November. Strictly speaking, it's actually October today. It's the 31st of October. Woo! And everything's a bit spooky. My door's shutting on its own. Sorry, I'm just being silly. Yes, so 31st of October today and I'm not wearing anything me made. So why am I doing my 1 week me made? I always say that, don't I? 1 week me made May, 1 week me made November. Well, I just thought it'd be a lot easier for me to record the video at the beginning of the month and then have the time during the month to be able to edit it and load it up for you. So it might be a bit out of date by the time I get to you, especially as today is Halloween. Now, I'm not a massive Halloween fan, I have to say. It's not something that myself or our children have particularly sort of partaken in before, but I do go to boot camp, and because tonight is boot camp and it happens to fall on Halloween, they are doing a fancy dress. And you know what? I'm going to get dressed up. I'm going to get dressed up and I'm going to do makeup and all sorts of things. And I might look a right idiot, but you know what? I'm just going to do it because it's a bit of fun. And I will show you what I look like. I might even do a quick video. Ellen is going to do some makeup for me. So she's going to do a bit of she's going to make me look like a half of a skull and I've got a skeleton outfit. So I might even video her doing it for me as well and then put that on for you. So yes, I'm not wearing me made today. I have been at home all day and I've been doing lots and lots of housework, and I never want to put something nice on when I'm doing my housework because I don't want to mess it up. The closest I can say to this being me made is this used to be a long sleeve top and I shortened the sleeves. That's about as much as I can say really that I've done sewing wise with this, so sorry. I hope that's okay, but obviously I'll show you the rest of the week and I'll show you a bit later as well. So if you are interested in my week, then carry on watching and I'll see you later. Bye. Hiya, so I thought I would just share with you before I start getting into my Halloween costume that I am getting our tea ready, I'm getting our evening meal ready, and I recently, literally last week, for the first time, decided to use Gusto. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of this before. This is a company that basically prepare all of your ingredients for a meal that you cook from fresh. So everything from the meat, the vegetables, the spices, etc., etc. They get all of the ingredients for you ready and they send them to you. And it actually works out really quite reasonable. I think it's quite good. There's no wastage because you're using the exact measurements. You get recipe cards. So I've got these recipe cards which have got all of the different recipes on that I'm going to be using from the measurements that you need. So if you want to cook this again but don't want to actually order the ingredients from Gusto, obviously you've got the ingredients there so you can make up your own measurements, etc., your own recipe. I'm not making very much sense. It's been a long day. Anyway, I really like it, and I feel like it's something that we might do quite a bit in the future if we carry on enjoy using it. Last week was our first week. Ellen was away for the week, so John and I were here on our own and we just had a meal for two every night, and they were meals that were ever so slightly too big for myself and my husband. I don't think it'd be quite enough to split between three of us, so we're going to do a bit of an experiment this week and see how it goes. But the food was absolutely delicious and we tried things that we wouldn't have necessarily eaten before, and I just thought I'd share that with you and let you know. But I also do have a couple of codes as well, so I think one of the codes is to give 65% off. I don't know that this is something that is used for anywhere else other than the UK. I'd have to look into that to let you know. But if you wanted to use it, obviously if you use the code that I give you, I will get some discount off as well. So just to be open and honest about that is what it is. This isn't a code that's unique to me because I'm promoting it on my YouTube channel. This is a code that I would get and I can just pass to friends, etc. So this is no different than what you would get if you had subscribed to Gusto as well. So is that enough waffle? I will put the code across the screen and I'll also put it in the description below, so if you want to try it. What it meant was our first box that we had, that was a box for between two people for 5 days, ended up costing us about £15, which I thought was fantastic. You then get further discounts for the next few boxes that you have, and you don't have to keep subscribing to it. It's not something that I've subscribed to and that's it. I'm now tied in for 12 months. I can stop it at any point. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that because because any tips I find useful that other people share on their videos, and I thought I'd share that with you. Anyway, I might let you know what we're having later on tonight because I haven't decided yet. I'm going to look through my recipe cards and decide. Anyway, speak to you later. Bye. Okay, back again. I was being silly earlier when my door slammed upstairs and I was saying it was Halloween, but it did slam on its own. I don't know why, but I don't know if you can tell, my light bulb's just started flashing on its own. It's kind of dying now, I think, but it's going on and off. I just think that's really weird that it's Halloween and that's happening. I promise I'm not making it up. Just a bit funny. I don't know if you can see that flashing in and out. Anyway, promise I will go. Although I will just say I've decided on what food we're going to have tonight. We're going to have roasted tomato linguine with pine nut and seed pangrattato, I think it's called, and that's what it looks like. So it looks very, very nice. So that's what we're going to have tonight. So I will cook that and I'll let you know what it tastes like later. Anyway, love you, leave me. Bye. So big camp all done in the pouring rain and we're all dressed up. It was quite funny. I've got my skeleton outfit on and my glove, and actually I'm quite impressed that makeup stayed on even though it absolutely teemed down with rain. So we did all of our workout with, let me try and get it, with our pumpkins. Doing lots of different exercises. They actually weren't that heavy, so it wasn't too bad, but it was a lot of fun and everybody made lots of effort and dressed up, so it was great. Anyway, I'm going to go and wash this off and go and have my tea. Bye. Hello, so it is now the 1st of November and it's Tuesday. I've been to the school today to work and it has been what I can only describe as the most miserable day ever. It has rained and it has poured and the wind has blown really strongly and it has just been dark and grey and miserable. And all the teachers and all the students, I think, are feeling it. And I don't know whether it's because the clocks have changed or what, but everybody's kind of been moping around today going, oh, I can't wait to go home. So it's been a bit of a weird day, really. But I have been working with my friend who I absolutely love, and we do always have a bit of a giggle, so it's fine. And I haven't had a miserable day. It's been all right. But on to what I'm wearing today. So I am wearing my Closet Core Kalle shirt, which I did as a sew along, and I'll put the link in up here if you would like to see it. But this is a really cropped shirt with normally a stepped hem, a very sort of severe stepped hem. As you can see, this is still stepped. The front is higher than the back, but I actually reduced the amount of the step and I lengthened the whole thing a little bit because it would have come up to about here on me. Now I'm trying a bit of a different look today. I thought I would wear my Sasha, my Closet Core Sasha trousers, which are a bit of a staple in my wardrobe. My black ones, you can't really see them very well on here because they're black and black doesn't show up on videos very well. But basically I've got these on with a ready to wear vest and this thrown over the top as like a lightweight sort of shirt, almost kind of like a jacket sort of style. And I put this on because I thought, oh, that might be just a bit different. And I took a cardigan with me as well, just a plain black cardigan, just in case. I get really hot in the school because I'm running around all the time. And it's a very hot place anyway. So I just, you know, I just wear something quite lightweight while I'm in there. But I have to say, I've not really felt great in this. And I know I said at the start of this little clip, you know, it's really grey and dull and miserable. I don't think it's that. I just don't think I've really liked this look. I've worn these trousers lots and lots, and I've worn them with like a blouse that's been buttoned up and tucked in, and I quite like that. But I don't know, I just don't feel like this is really me. It's a bit boxy. I haven't felt really sort of put together. It's just, yeah, it's just a bit, it's okay, but it's just a bit, yeah, you know, just when you feel a bit like, yeah, it's not my favourite outfit, but I like the shirt and I like the trousers. I just don't think I necessarily like it in the way that I've worn it, if that makes any sense. So that's what I've been wearing today. Tonight I'm going to see a friend of mine. I think I will just end up wearing this. I might just button this up maybe and put my cardigan over the top. But I'm going to see my friend tonight. We're going to go for a Costa and just have a bit of a yap and put the worlds to right. She's my longest standing friend. I always call her my oldest friend, but she's not. She's actually younger than me. But she's absolutely lovely. My friend Laura. We get on like a house on fire. She's the sort of person that I don't see all the time. I don't even speak to her all the time. But when we do see each other, it's like the last time we left off, and we're just really great friends, and I love her to pieces. And yeah, she's got a big place in my heart. Anyway, enough gushing about that. My other friend from work was meant to be coming back with me tonight, and we were going to be doing a workout together. But it was so wet and so miserable. We just thought, you know what? Let's just knock it on the head for tonight. So what have I done? I've stopped in the shops on the way home. I've bought a chocolate bar and I've made myself a big cup of tea, and I'm going to sit for half an hour while the house is empty because nobody's here, and I'm just going to sit, I don't know, put the telly on or something like that and just have a chill for a little bit. So that's my day, that's my Tuesday. I probably won't video anymore today, but I will be back tomorrow. See you later, bye. Hiya, so it's Wednesday today and I am all ready to go to work. I just need to go and have my breakfast, and I have got on today a ready to wear cardigan and a ready to wear top, but I've got that on with my Sew Over It ultimate trousers, which I made in a stretch fabric from Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door. So I'll show you these. They are a really nice pair of trousers. I really like them. Close that, might make it easier to see. There you go. Yeah, I quite like these. I think I've said about them before where I do need to make a bit of an adjustment just to sort of take them in at the back, but I can get away with wearing them. It's absolutely fine, but I really like them. They're really comfortable. They've got this really nice sort of like little feather on them. Like I say, you've seen them before. I am going to wear that today just in case I get cold, because it did get quite cold yesterday, which is unusual in the school. I'm going to wear this today with this scarf. If it gets chilly, if it doesn't, I'll take it off. But I think that kind of all ties in because the black and the sort of fawn in that goes with the black and fawn in this. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. So what have I got on? I'm working at school. It's quite a busy day today, and they're doing a great big display, a big poppy display for Remembrance Sunday. So I'm actually taking in, I kind of feel a little bit like, oh no, should I have done this? I'm taking in my bias tape maker, which seems a bit weird, but they need something to poke holes in the bottom of the poppies to be able to attach them. And I've got this, is it called an awl? Is that what you call it? So they're gonna poke that. Hopefully it won't ruin it. But I kind of said you can borrow it, and then afterwards thought, I don't know whether I should have said that or not, but anyway. So I'm going to take that in. I'm taking it in one so it keeps it all together. Plus the fact I've got nothing I can put that device in that keeps it safe, and at least it's safe in here and it won't hurt anybody or hurt me in my bag or pocket or anything. So yeah, so I'm going in today. I don't think I'll be getting involved in the poppy display, but like I say, I'm going to try and show you what it looks like once it's all done. But they're basically cutting the bottoms off of plastic bottles, painting them red, and painting some purple for the lost animals in the walls as well. And they're putting this great big display up, so it should look amazing. And yeah, it's looking really, really good. Lots of effort is going into it at the moment. I'm then going to come home and I'll get my tea ready. I'm having another gusto meal, so they're going really, really well at the moment, really enjoying them. And I'm then going to go to boot camp. That's it. I'm trying to think about what I'm doing tonight and I can't think what it is at all. Although I am going to be cutting out some fabric tonight because I want to do some sewing tomorrow evening. So I might share with you what I'm cutting out later on tonight as well. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit stop and starty. I sneezed halfway through it and I couldn't think what I was talking about. Anyway, see you later. Hiya, so it's Thursday today and I'm at home today. I am going to do a little bit of work, but I am going to more or less do most of my housework and things today. And also I want to cut out the fabric because I didn't get a chance to cut it out last night. I'm going to be making some really fluffy pyjamas. So I really love, I think I showed in my last video last week, came out last week, but I don't know when this one will be coming out, so it could have been a couple of weeks ago. But I shared on my video my Grainline Studio t-shirty sort of long sleeve top and matching Hudson pants in like a cloud fabric, and it's really thin fabric. I like it. It's, you know, just cotton jersey. I really like it. It's really comfortable, but I have this really thick fluffy sweatshirting which is going to be perfect for pajamas, and I want to make that outfit or make that set, so I'm going to be cutting that out later today, and then I'm going to be doing a Zoom with Karen later on, and I'm going to try and start sewing it up, so that'll be really good. So I will share with you when I'm cutting that out later on today. I'm going to be doing some work from home, and the reason I'm going to work from home is because everything that I need to do can be done remotely on my computer, so I don't particularly need to go in. We've taken on quite a few new members of staff in our office, in our accountancy practice, and now because of that I've been able to step back a little bit. So all the madness that was going on a few months ago, and you know, part of the reason why I haven't been recording videos and things, because everything was just so mad. Work, family life, everything just chaotic and busy, which is good, but actually I needed something to kind of give a little bit. So we've taken on these members of staff, and it's meant that I've been able to step back a little bit from that. So I'm still going to be working at the school, and I'm going to be working at the office, but it's just going to be quite a bit less, and I am really grateful for that, I have to say. So I still feel like I'm catching up with myself a little bit with things like housework and various things, and my sewing stuff had really got out of hand, and I actually very kindly, Helen came over from Stitch Repeat. She came over and spent a bit of time with me, and we did a bit of destashing. So if anybody follows me on my destash account, you'll see that I've, you know, been trying to sell lots of fabric and stuff, just because I'd got a bit overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I had, so it was quite good to do that. Right, I've gone off on a real tangent. I know that I do that a lot, so I'm going to get on with what I'm wearing. I've had a shower, I've put my hair up, I haven't dried it, I've just put it up in a clip, and I haven't put any makeup on or anything. I've just put some moisturiser on. I've got on today a sweatshirt, but I think I might end up having to change later because I already feel like I'm getting a bit warm. So I've got on a French terry sweatshirting fabric. I got this as part of a kit from Guthrie Garney, and it is the Gable top. The name of the ladies, or the name of the pattern company has gone from me, but I will put it on the screen. I think it's Jennifer Lauren, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is the Gable top, so it's got this sort of like slash neck top, which I really like. You can actually change this to be as high or as low as you want, and I quite like the way that I've got it. I think I'd really like to make this in a t-shirt cotton, like a you know, a t-shirt jersey, like a cotton jersey, because I really like the style of it, but it is very warm, and I do get quite hot quite a lot. I don't know why. Maybe I do, I don't know. maybe it's an age thing, but I'm just constantly warm, and I think if I'm running around doing housework, this might get a bit warm. But I've got it on today with my Neilson Brumby skirt, which I made ages and ages ago, a pair of tights. So I've made this out of a denim, and I've done all the top stitching in this red here. Oh, bit of cotton stuck to me. Done it all in this red top stitching. It's got great big pockets, and I lined the pockets with some really nice fun cotton, and I actually did the same on the waistband. Not that anybody sees the waistband, people might see a quick flash of the pockets, but other than that, it's just for my own benefit really. It makes me smile when I see it. And also on the back, hopefully you can see that I've got an exposed red metal zip, which I think is quite a nice touch with the red top stitching. So I quite like this look. I think this is okay, just for sort of casual. Feels quite comfortable. Like I say, might get a bit warm, so I might have to change my top a bit later. But other than that, yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. So I'll catch you up with when I'm cutting out my fabric, but I'm going to get on and do a bit of housework first. So I'll see you later. Bye. So I finally have got around to starting to lay out some of these pieces. I'm trying to make sure I lay out both the Linden sweatshirt and the Hudson pants at the same time. So I've got a little bit of jiggling around still to do because I haven't quite fitted them on, but it's definitely always worth, if you're going to cut more than one thing out, rather than just cutting one thing out, doing it all at the same time, like several projects at the same time, or several garments from the same fabric at the same time, because you can jiggle things around and get more out of it than you can if you try and do one project at a time. But what I will say, although obviously I haven't finished laying it out properly yet, what I will say is I've definitely got enough to be able to make a hoodie from this a little bit later on as well. So I might make some kind of a night time hoodie thing, which isn't quite an hoodie, but that I will enjoy wearing. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and get this cut out because the day's been slipping away very fast, and I haven't been down to meet my daughter because she ended up having to work later and she's not going to be home till about 8 o'clock now, so it was a bit of a shame. Anyway, so I will catch up with you probably tomorrow now. Bye. Hiya, so it's Friday morning and I've just been out for a coffee with a friend of mine. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's actually a beautiful day out there. It's still very wet underfoot and it's a bit chilly, hence the scarf and a thicker kind of dress, but the sun is shining, and oh my goodness, doesn't it make a difference to how you're feeling when the sun is shining? The last few days have been so miserable. It's really made me feel I don't really know why, and I think possibly it was just the weather. Anyway, you're not here to listen about the weather, are you? But it is a much nicer day, and I might go out for a little bit of a walk later on, which would be quite nice. So today I have got on my South Bank sweater dress, which I know you've seen loads and loads of times. In fact, I might have even had it on in my last 1 week me made. I don't know, I can't remember. But it's my black one, which has got this, it's like a quilting sort of fabric, which I think with the light coming in there you might be able to see that. And I've got it on, move my chair out of the way, I've got it on with just a thick scarf, which I'll take off now I'm home. I've got it on with thick tights, and I had on some knee-high like tan coloured boots earlier, and I quite like this. It feels quite nice. I kind of feel like it's an easy thing to wear, but I feel like I look fairly put together, which is quite nice. So I'll take this off now. I like the fact that it's a nice easy shape as well. Lots of people say they don't like the neck around the South Bank sweater because they say it, you know, feels too much, but it's not a tight neck. It's not one that sort of sits really, really tightly around your neck like that. It's quite loose and I quite like it. So yeah, it's quite nice. And I do need to make another one actually. I did make myself a bright red one, but recently I had a bit of a clear through of some of my clothes, and I've still got it downstairs. I haven't given it away yet because I don't think I can take it to a charity shop. I don't think they accept handmade clothes, and I've had this debate before with people, and people aren't really sure whether they do or they don't. But I've basically got a whole load of clothes downstairs which either don't fit me or I just don't really like or wear anymore, and I wanted to make some more room in my wardrobe and make it feel like it was a closet full of clothes that I would actually wear and want to take, you know, garments out and wear, rather than fanning through loads of stuff that I don't ever wear. And in fact, I still think I could thin it down even more. So it, you know, there's this pile of clothes, and one of them is my red South Bank sweater dress. And the reason I don't wear it anymore is, first of all, I don't think I really truly like the colour. The red it's a lovely red, but it's like not quite the right red. Is that really silly? It was almost slightly orangey and I didn't really like it. Yeah, it just isn't the right red. Anyway, so I've got that not going well for it, and then on top of that, the fabric isn't quite as stretchy as this, and I felt like it was a bit too tight, and it just didn't look right. It just wasn't the right thing. And I really like this sort of quilted fabric, and I have got some quilted fabric which I had intended for something else, but I'm wondering whether I could make the South Bank sweater out of it. I've got like this cable knit that I bought from Higgs and Higgs in a dark green tealy colour, and I think it would work really well in this. The only thing that I didn't do is I didn't put the pockets in. Well, I did, but I took them out because they just didn't work very well. This meant to have pockets here and here, and I do miss having pockets, but they just didn't look right. The only other thing I can think of is whether or not I do the, what's it called, Billy dress, which is from Tilly and the Buttons, and I'll put a picture up of the South Bank sweater. I'll put that up now on the screen. And I'll also put a picture of the Billy dress up on the screen. So the Billy dress has pockets, and the pockets in that, they are different. They're inbuilt into the dress, and they work really, really well, whereas the South Bank are just inseam pockets. But I like this style, so I wonder whether or not I could kind of amalgamate the two patterns and try and get it to sort of match up a little bit and do that, because I do, like I say, miss the pockets. Anyway, I digress. So I'm sat in what I call my sewing room. It's actually my daughter's bedroom, but she's at uni, so she said, just fill your boots, mum, use the room. And obviously last night I had a Zoom session with Karen, so I did all of my sewing while I was on the phone to her, or on a Zoom session with her. And I wanted to show you the aftermath of the room. It's not that messy, but once I'd finished, I kind of went, right, that's it, I'm done, I'm finished, I'm going to bed. But I did finish one of my garments, but I'm making a pair of pajamas at the moment. I'm making the Greyline Studio Linden sweatshirt, and I'm making the True Bias Hudson pants as a pyjama set out of this teddy bear fabric, which I think I showed you yesterday on my video. And I've made the whole thing. I haven't ironed it at all. I need to press all like the neck bands and all that kind of thing, but I did the whole thing on my overlock. I didn't used to use my sewing machine at all, but I put the neckband on the wrong way round, so I've got the seam of the neckband at the front rather than at the back. Never done that before. I don't even know how I did it. I felt like I got the sweatshirt and I realised where the front and the back was, but I was probably yapping too much and not concentrating. And it was only when I was finishing it that I suddenly thought, that's the wrong way round. That is the wrong way round. Now, my debate is, do I unpick it and, because I've got plenty of fabric, cut out another neckband, and I actually might cut out a thicker neckband because I don't like how narrow this is. Cut out another neckband and put it on properly, although it is all overlocked, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare to unpick. Or do I leave it because it is just pyjamas? I spoke to Karen about it and she was like, well, it is only pyjamas, it's probably all right. And then I spoke to my daughter and she went, well, it's only pyjamas, doesn't really matter. So I don't know what to do, but I think that's going to annoy me. So what I might do is I might wear it a couple of times and see if it really does annoy me. And if it does, then I'll unpick it. Or will it be that I've got a few days or, you know, a few weeks down the road and I'm like, oh, I can't actually be bothered now. But I quite like it. I wasn't sure, I do quite like this fabric. But then as I was sewing it, I said to Karen last night, I've just basically got decapitated teddy bear heads on my sweatshirt. Why did I pick this fabric? I don't know. But I quite like it. It is okay. And it is just pyjama-y, but it might have been nicer if it was whole teddy bears rather than just heads. Is that a bit funny? Sorry, I should be promoting the fabric, not dissing it. And it is lovely fabric. It's really soft and really, really lovely. But I just, as I was sewing it, was like, actually, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, never mind. So that's my debate on that one. So I'll show you the rest of the room. Hang on, turn the camera around. So I've left my teacup there, look, on the side, on a groovy coaster, which is just a piece of the fabric. I've got everything left out here. The computer there's my instructions for the True Bias things. As I've been taking the pattern pieces off, I've been just chucking them on the floor. The bed, which is unmade, but then all this stuff there. So, you know, just kind of left everything there. It's not that untidy, but yeah, I clearly couldn't be bothered last night and just literally went to bed as soon as I'd finished. So for the rest of the day now, I think I'm going to get a little bit cleared up. We had a few messages from my daughter Amy last night. She's in Bath at the moment at university and she's in her second year. And the last time I went to go and see her, she was looking absolutely great. She was looking really happy, the happiest I've seen her at uni, and really healthy, and that's all really lovely. But we had a few messages from her last night saying that she was feeling a bit homesick and she really wanted to come home and what have you. So we had a bit of a chat with her, and she's now coming home on the weekend for a few days, and just to have some chill out time at home really. So her bedroom has been has been used as a bit of a washing room. So we've been hanging out all the washing in her room just so that it, you know, dries nicely and what have you. So I think I need to have a bit of a day sorting out her room. I probably need to dust and hoover and need to make up, because her bed's all stripped like this one. So I'm going to go in and make up all her bed and everything, make it all nice and homely and clean and lovely and smelling nice. And I'm going to ask her what she wants to eat while she's home, so I can maybe cook up some nice meals for her. I've come to the end of the week of using my Gusto, I don't know how to say it, box, and I've really enjoyed it actually. We've had some really lovely meals, so that's been great. But They've run out for the week now, but I have ordered some for next week, and it has made cooking and, you know, having nice meals really easy. I don't think I'm going to do it forever, but it is nice as a bit of a change and a bit of a switch up and finding new recipes that we enjoy. So yeah, it's been really good. So if you are interested, like I say, I've put the code in the description box below. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's it for a minute. I think I'm, like I say, just going to do a bit of clearing up, getting ready for Amy coming home. I might go for a walk, and that's about it really. So I might take you on some other day, but if I don't, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, I know this is very random, but we bought a new doormat. This is a really, really weird thing to share with you, but I love it, and I thought I'd just share it with you. I love anything with rainbows. Rainbows make me very happy, so this is what we bought. I guess you would call it more of a runner than you would a doormat, and I've got my actual doormat over the top of it because it's very, very long, and if I did it so that it came to the end of the doormat, it would go all the way up to my stairs, which I guess is fine, but how bright and colourful is that? I absolutely love it, and it just makes me smile every time I come down and see it. I need to get some rainbow cushions now, don't I, to match it. I am a bit of a rainbow fiend, actually. I just realised that. I've got a rainbowy kind of strap on there. I've got a rainbow umbrella in the corner as well. Just love anything with rainbows. I think it's so jolly and happy. Anyway, there you go. Very odd thing to share with you. Hello, so it's Saturday today and I've had a crazy busy day today. I was going to go to boot camp this morning, but I didn't get out of bed in time and was very lazy, but I haven't actually been lazy all day. So I changed up my pyjamas and quick wash, put my gym kit on, and then just stayed in my gym kit while I have run around the house like a woman possessed, cleaning, tidying, sorting. I emptied out like this area under our stairs which has got all these shoes in it, and I took it all out and I've sorted it out and I've cleaned it all out and I've put it back, and then I scrubbed our bathroom from top to bottom, and I've hoovered and I've done umpteen loads of washing, and I've changed all the beds, and oh well, not changed this bed but changed all the other beds. Yeah, I don't know why. I've just been like, right, gotta get it done. Haven't done any sewing, but I would like to do some sewing in a minute, which I might do. So my daughter is coming home. I can't remember if I said in yesterday or the day before's video that she's feeling a bit homesick. So she is coming home. My husband's gone up to pick her up, but on the way up, no, not on the way up, he's picked her up, and on the way back, he's broken down. Absolute nightmare. Hasn't really happened to us much before. I think I had a punctured tyre once, which obviously was a bit of a nightmare, but the car has just broken down. So it's like, oh, right, okay. So they have been stuck on the side of a road waiting for, you know, a car repair truck to come and pick them up. Oh, excuse me, to come and pick them up. But it's only just arrived, so it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon now, and my poor daughter, who was hoping to be home for a whole weekend, has ended up spending most of today on the side of a road. So I think they're feeling a bit miserable and a bit cross, but hopefully they'll be okay as long as they get home safe. I don't care about the rest of it. I did offer to go and pick them up, but they said, oh, by the time you get here, the recovery truck probably would have come, and also if I pick them up, what then happens with the car once it's up there and it's just on the side of the road? So yeah, a bit of a nightmare, but never mind. But I have got the house nice and clean and tidy for when she gets home. And my other daughter, Ellen, has offered to cook roast, and she's downstairs preparing a roast as we speak, and also making an almond and raspberry tray bake with custard. I'm like that. Oh, cannot wait to have that for tea tonight, so I'm very excited. So I will share with you what I am wearing. So I've got out my gym kit. I've had a quick shower, but just my body. I didn't want to wash my hair because I want to wash it tomorrow, and I don't like washing it too frequently. You don't need to know that either, really, do you? Anyway, I will show you what I've got on. So this is the Freya dress with the cowl neck top, and I really love this dress. It's really comfy. The only thing that I would change about it if I made it again is I would possibly add an inch to the length of it, and also I'd add about an inch or half an inch at least to the sleeve length, because it's just a bit too short on the arms. But I've made it out of this really nice what's called a melange fabric, which is a knit fabric. It is stretchy, not overly stretchy, but nice and stretchy. It's quite thin, so it's not really thick, but it is nice and warm, and I think that's probably because it is synthetic. It is a, you know, nylon-y, acrylic-y, I don't know what you call it, but yeah, fabric. But I quite like the colour. I bought it originally to make my husband a top and then pinched it for myself, but I did buy him a navy blue one as well and made him a top out of that, and that looked lovely. But I quite like to make another one of these because it is such a nice, easy to put on, feels quite smart. I quite like it. And actually I noticed that on one of Rachel from the French Seam, she made a top version of this, but with the cowl neck. I quite often see lots of people making the top version with just the turtleneck, which is the other version you can make, but she made it in this textured knit fabric in a cream colour, and it just looked absolutely stunning on her. I think the colouring on her and everything just was perfect, and it matched her beautifully, and it was a lovely looking top. And when I was having my de-stash just recently, I came across some fabric which I had picked up for free from a pattern and fabric swap table at Sobrum, and it's really similar fabric to what she had used, except for this is black and white, whereas hers was just white or cream. And it reminded me of the top that Rachel had made, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I'm gonna make that. I think that'd be nice. Sorry, I'm gonna copy but it'll look different because it's quite, you know, different fabric. But I've not made this as a top with a cowl neck, so I think that'll be quite nice. So yeah, I might try and do that soon, because that piece of fabric's been in my stash for quite some time now. It must be a few years, because the last time I went to Sew Brum must have been pre-COVID, so it must be 2 or 3 years ago now that I did that. I've been wearing this since I got changed. Like I say, I've gone around madly, like, you know, one of those people that when you know somebody's coming, everything just gets like, right, we've got to tidy up, we've got to clean, and blah. That's what I've been like all day today. And I know it's silly because it's my own daughter and she knows what we're like, whether we're tidy, untidy, or what have you, but I've just like, no, I want it to be perfect. And my other daughter's boyfriend's staying over, so I've been making up a bed in the other room for him to stay in, and yeah, it's just been crazy. But at least I'm having my tea cooked for me, which is lovely. Anyway, that's what I've got on today. I'm not going to share any more from today, but I will see you for the last day of my Me Made November tomorrow. Bye. Hiya! So it's the last day of my 1 week Me Made November. It is Sunday the 6th, and tomorrow is my birthday. Woo woo! I've got the day off work, my husband's got the day off work, my daughter's home. I'm really excited. Haven't got my other daughter home, but I'm going to go and see her on Tuesday in London, so that's really exciting. So yeah, really excited about next week. So today, like I say, my daughter's home, and my middle one, she is upstairs knitting. We've had a very chilled morning. I mean, like completely chilled. I have done a bit of housework here and there, but she's knitted. I've sat and had umpteen cups of tea. And now we've had a bit of lunch, and we're going to go up to our local garden centre. It's a Wisedale garden centre. I mean, we call it Ensley Garden Centre. Sorry, somebody's been really loud outside of my house. Sorry. Really distracted me then. Yeah, so we're going up to the garden centre because they've got all their Christmas decorations out. I've got something I need to take back up there, so it's an excuse to go up anyway, and we'll probably have a nice little mooch around, feel all Christmassy, and go and have a cup of tea, maybe a slice of cake, something like that. But I know it's not Christmas yet, and I know it's November, but my girls get, even though they're adults, very excited. I mean, like, really excited about Christmas. In fact, they've even had a bit of a fallout this morning about when they can put the Christmas tree up, because not everybody's going to be home, so it's quite funny really. Anyway, I will stop going on about Christmas and show you what I'm wearing today. So today I've got on one of the dresses that I made for the So Frugal Frocks challenge that Ruan from Yorkshire Sew Girl and Sam from Frugalissima put on a couple of years ago. So last year was the Frugal Frocks, no, was the Frugal, oh, I can't remember now. I can't remember all of the names. All I know is that this was the challenge where you had to make a dress. So I have got on the dress, and it was a free pattern. It's the Galena dress from Little Lizard King Patterns, and I've got this fabric a long time ago from Material Girl Laura. So unfortunately she doesn't have a shop anymore, but this was a viscose jersey that I got from her, and it is a skater style type dress. It has these, well, it's got it has got a bit of gathering around the sleeve head, but not very much at all, because I don't cope with big poofy sleeves here. But it has got these bell sleeves at the bottom. Nice little sort of round neck, waist seam here, and then just a front and a back skirt, no pockets or anything like that. It's very swishy. I will say, I don't think I've even hemmed this. No, I haven't even hemmed this. I've just cut it, which is really lazy and really naughty, but do you know what? It ain't broke, so I'm not gonna fix it. So I made 2 of these. I made one in a greeny, bluey kind of fabric, which I've never worn, and I've hardly ever worn this. And the other day I was having a really massive clear out of all of my clothes and things, and my friend was around, and I said to her, "I'd never wear that green dress. Would you like it? It's a handmade one, but would you like it?" And she put it on. She was like, "Oh yeah, it's lovely. It's great. I'll have that." So that was lovely to think that I'd gone to a home and it was going to get used. And I nearly, she didn't like this colour because it's not her colour at all. I nearly put this in a charity bag, but then I thought, no, I'm just going to keep it out and wear it one last time and see how I actually feel about it, because I never ever wear it. So I thought, right, I'm doing my 1 week me made this week, so I'm going to try and wear it. And I was going to wear it to work earlier in the week, but just again, I'd ironed it and left it sort of on my back of my door and just didn't want to grab for it. So today I thought, right, I'm just going to wear it. I feel a bit overdressed for going to a garden centre, I'm not going to lie. I've got tights on and my nice slippers, and I will put some boots on with it. And it is, you know, it's really nice. It's a nice looking dress, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's me. But what do you think? Should I keep it? Should I get rid of it? I know it's down to how it makes me feel, but sometimes you have to warm up to some clothing, don't you? And my husband said, oh, it's really nice, but I'm just not sure about it. So let me know what you think, and I'll make a judgment call in the next couple of weeks as to whether I keep it or not. Anyway, that is it from me for the whole of this week. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've been up to. Haven't done a huge amount, have I? I mean, other than dressing up like a skeleton and things like that, but I tell you what I might do, before I say goodbye, I might do a little bit of videoing around the Christmas decorations and everything. Is it too early? Oh, do you know what? Stuff it. It's not too early. I'm going to show you. So I'll show you that. So I'm going to say goodbye now. Hope you've had a nice time. Follow me. Hope you have a good week, and I'll speak to you later. But enjoy the Christmas frolics. Bye.
Jingle, 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 jingle all the way. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.